Kris Jenner, an iconic figure in celebrity management, turned her family into a global brand, making each of her 6 children highly successful and wealthy. Starting from humble beginnings, Kris transformed personal adversities and a flair for PR into a multi-million-dollar empire centered around the reality TV show Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Her business savvy enabled her to negotiate lucrative deals for her children, particularly through modeling, endorsements, and their own enterprises. Kris managed to secure only a 10% management fee for her children, underscoring her role as a supportive mother first. Her strategic vision was also crucial in developing and selling major stakes in her daughter's companies, Kylie Cosmetics and KKW Beauty, to Coty Inc., significantly boosting their valuations. You see, Kris is all giggles and inspiration, painting a rosy picture of her golden years, still hustling like it's her 20s. Meanwhile, Martha's over here juggling Christmas trees and business plans with the casual ease of someone who's just got this aging thing down to a science. Kris is pumped, hopeful, and throwing out that never too old to start vibe that could fuel a dozen motivational posters. And then the clincher. Kris shifts gears and drops wisdom nuggets for the younger ladies feeling the tick-tock of societal clocks pressuring them to pop babies and bag husbands before the dreaded 30. Chill out, she almost says. Those deadlines are about as real as a script on her reality show. Her daughters, they're stretching timelines like yoga masters, proving life doesn't have a one-size-fits-all itinerary. Kris herself didn't kick her iconic show into high gear until she was past the half-century mark, showing one can still hit big when one is supposed to be planning retirement parties, not launch parties. She's living proof and loves reminding everyone that as long as one has family, a knack for creating drama, content, and the relentless drive to stay in the spotlight, one's golden. It works, sure, but Kris, she's just soaking it all in, turning family meetings into episodes and cash checks, and loving every minute of this crafted, televised life saga. The matriarch of the Kardashians, Melody, didn't just raise children, she crafted a brigade of billionaires. Sounds like a business plan rather than bedtime stories, right? Kris morphed motherhood into a moguelhood, slapping a price tag on everything from the family drama to waist trainers. It's like everything the Kardashians touched turned to gold, or more accurately, cold hard cash. Let's get this straight. The rise of Keeping Up with the Kardashians wasn't just a happy accident. From day one, Kris was the architect behind the glitz, guiding her family to fame with the precision of a general. And as a self-dubbed momager, Kris wasn't just playing house. She was building an empire. Charging a mere 10% management fee? Oh, how benevolent. Compared to the usual shark-like fees of the Hollywood agents. She made it sound like she was doing her kids a favor, keeping it all in the family while keeping enough to avoid a 9-to-5 gig herself. But what about when Keeping Up with the Kardashians hit the airwaves? Kris had it figured out. No sooner had season 1 begun than the reality TV gods bestowed upon them a season 2. Just like that, no breaks. Keep the cameras rolling. It's like they were in some sort of reality TV marathon with no finish line in sight. As the show's popularity soared, so did their influence. Kris knew the power of a perfectly placed tweet or an Instagram post. They didn't just sell products, they sold a lifestyle, a glossy, filtered facade that millions aspire to emulate. But let's not gloss over the darker side of this social media monarchy. With great power comes great responsibility, or so they say. The impact of their empire on young girls' bodies, images, and self-esteem, that's a thorny issue Kris tiptoes around with the finesse of a diplomat. You see, as Instagram grew from a newborn social platform to the behemoth it is today, the Kardashians, with their billion or so followers, give or take a million, became pros at the art of digital influence. Kris, the ringmaster of this show, learned the ropes fast. With each scroll and click, her brood has hawked everything from waist trainers to wellness teas, turning likes into cold, hard cash. And let's not forget, they make it all look like it's just another day at the park. Kris talks about the responsibility of their colossal following. You bet there's a responsibility when your family can sway millions with a single selfie. The Kardashians aren't just sharing pics, they're setting trends, dictating fashion, and yeah, even giving nods to global events when it suits the brand narrative. Queen passes away, throw up a respectful post. Christmas time, show how the other half celebrates. It's calculated, folks. And let's dive into the not-so-sunny side of things. Kris mentions how the family has had to learn the hard way about privacy, like maybe don't broadcast your location unless you want unexpected visitors. They also try to keep things aspirational, but come on. When your baseline is multi-million-dollar homes and designer gear, aspirational is an understatement. Then there's the ugly side of social fame. Kris admits to getting thousands of glowing messages only to be bummed out by a single troll. She reminisces about a bygone era where if you didn't have anything nice to say, you just kept your mouth shut. Welcome to the internet, Kris, where filters are for photos, not mouths. On negotiating, Kris gives us a peek into her deal-making savvy. Apparently, a good negotiation is when no one storms out of the room. If they say no, she's talking to the wrong person. Her motto, a bit of give and take makes everyone happy, or at least not miserable. That's how you reset a bad deal into something workable, even special by the next meeting. The rumors are true. Kris Jenner is the ultimate momager, spinning gold from the air, or so it seems. Look, here's a story about a woman who took the concept of family business to a whole new level, where every tear shed and every scandal whispered is just another episode that keeps the cash register ringing. Kris is out here and she's hustling hard, not just living the dream, but packing it, selling it, and ensuring it funds the next generation's fleet of Rolls-Royce. She'll tell you, with a sparkle that's half her pride, half dollar signs, that it's all about empowerment, inspiration, and leaving a legacy. But between us, isn't that just the glossiest version of keeping up with the Joneses? Let's break it down, shall we? When she talks about never wanting to feel like she's done it all, you almost want to believe her. It's that glimmer of hope that maybe, just maybe, there's more to life than just merchandising your family's every move. She gets inspired by other people's stories, sure, but it's hard not to wonder if she's just scouting the competition. Then there's the whole empowerment spiel. Kris sees herself as this beacon of hope for the over 50s, showing them what aging with grace and a full camera crew looks like. But let's be real, it's not just about showing her grandkids the ropes. It's about ensuring the brand survives, thrives, and continues to dominate your social media feeds. Now, about trying new things, Kris loves it, as long as it's profitable. And let's not overlook her advice to surround yourself with people from whom you learn and can be buddy with. It sounds lovely until you realize it's probably just code for keeping your allies close and your potential spin-offs closer. And finally, her legacy. Sure, she wants to be remembered as a great mom and a loving grandmother, but beneath that, it's clear that the real legacy she's after is a dynasty. A brand that outlives her, built on reality TV fame, influencer deals, and endless spin-offs. As of 2024, the Kardashian-Jenner family's total wealth is over $2 billion. This large amount comes from their business activities, endorsements, and media work. Kim Kardashian has the highest net worth at about $1.7 billion, mainly from her beauty business, Skims, and her earnings from reality TV. Kylie Jenner is next with a net worth of around $680 million, mostly from her makeup brand, Kylie Cosmetics, despite its value dropping after she sold it. Kris Jenner has about $170 million benefiting from her role as an executive producer of the reality show and investments in her children's businesses. Kendall Jenner, a leading model, has amassed $60 million from her modeling work and endorsements. You see, she didn't just raise kids, she practically minted a billionaire brigade. From bedtime stories to business plans, Kris turned the Kardashian casa into a cash factory. Now, that's some serious mom magic.